Hi guys! Today I'm talking about the Ten of Cups, and rather than having a phrase or a sentence associated with it, it's going to just be one word today, and that word is gratitude. Whenever I draw this card as a sort of part of my daily devotionals and intention setting, I generally use the phrase, I am grateful and full of joy. And I feel as though those things really go hand in hand, and this is something that is definitely not alien to anybody in probably any spiritual community. Anybody who's remotely spiritually centered or even interested in self-development at all will be really aware of this idea that gratitude is really linked to feelings of happiness and joy. The Ten of Cups is obviously, as a 10, it's associated with completion and finishing a project, or sort of getting to the end of the road with something and reaping the rewards or the results of that. And it's obviously a very joyful card. The imagery is very positive. People often associate it with marriage and things like that, happy relationships. It's sort of almost like a happily ever after. But I feel as though whenever I draw this card, because I always think of gratitude when I see it, and I think it's something about the attitudes of the people in the card, they're opening themselves up to these 10 cups. They're not just assuming that they're going to be there. They're not just, they're not just going on with their daily lives and ignoring the fact that these 10 cups are there. They're opening themselves up to them and being very grateful and being very joyous about the fact that those 10 cups are there. They're being grateful for the fact that they have this happy family. And I feel as though this card reminds us that we're not necessarily going to get to that point of 10 cups unless we adopt this attitude of gratitude. I tend to think of the 10s as well as representing a sort of happiness or completion that really has to be worked for. It's not something that is just going to fall into your lap. There are 10 cards and the progression is to this 10th card, but there are a lot of trials and tribulations along the way. And I think part of that journey with the pips of the suit of cups is finding that, as I said, attitude of gratitude, attitude of gratefulness, and allowing the joy to actually come in as a result of that, and putting aside any of the sort of bitterness or stagnant emotions, releasing them, letting them go. And for example, I actually think a lot about the Five of Cups when I draw the Ten of Cups. I think about the comparison between the two. Obviously the Five of Cups, it shows somebody with 3 spilled cups, and obviously sure, there's something upsetting has happened, there is loss, there is sorrow, but there are the 2 cups behind him which he is ignoring, and he's focusing he's crying over spilled milk essentially. And that is one of the kind of trials and tribulations that they have, that the figure, or if you're seeing it as a storyline, the pips as a storyline of moving through from the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups. The Five of Cups is one of the only sort of particularly negative seeming cards that in the suit of cups. So yeah, for me, I feel as though the Ten of Cups won't be attained until we get to that point of being able to just adopt a positive attitude and open ourselves up and be grateful.